Welcome back to AFT Die Season 7. It is round 7. The match of the round this round is Essendon versus Port Adelaide at Marvel Stadium. Port Adelaide on top, Essendon 6. Essendon have got the biggest winning streak in the competition at the moment, and everyone has lost a game for the season. All right, let's go to the first game. It is Melbourne versus GWS Giants at MCG. Let's go to the first quarter. First quarter's done. Melbourne have kicked 3 goals for 22 to GWS Giants 3-6, 24. 2 points the difference to Giants. Giants are looking for their second win. Giants have kicked 6 goals 5 to Melbourne 4 goals 1. And at half time, GWS are up by 3 goals. All right, let's go to the third quarter. Melbourne's looking for their 5th win of the season. Okay. Third quarter's done. Melbourne have kicked 5 goals 5 to GWS 1 goal 6. And at 3-quarter time, Melbourne are leading by 5 points, 82 to 77. All right, let's go to the last quarter of this match. And in the end, Melbourne have won by 5 points. GWS just couldn't get over the line for their second win of the season. The final scores, Melbourne 14-16-100 to GWS Giants 12-23-95. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Essendon versus Port Adelaide, which is the match of the round at Marvel Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter of this match. And we've got Essendon. They've come out and they've kicked 6 goals, 6-42 to Port Adelaide, 3-5-23. All right, let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, we've got Essendon. They kicked 6 goals, 2 to Port Adelaide, 4 goals, 6 in that second quarter. Essendon are up by 27 points at half time. Let's go to the third quarter. Essendon, they've kicked 2 goals, 5 to Port Adelaide, 2 goals, 5. It was level at 3-quarter time and still 27 points down Port Adelaide. They could be looking at their second loss for the season. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, Essendon have they've increased their lead by the end of the game by 50 points. They kicked 5 goals 6 to Port Adelaide, 2-1 in that last quarter. Essendon are now have a 5-winning streak for the season. So they lost their first 2 and now they have won their last 5, which puts them on top of the ladder at the moment. Final scores, Essendon 19-19-133 to Port Adelaide 11-17-83. All right, let's go to the third game. It is Fremantle versus Sydney Swans. First quarter's done. Fremantle, they've kicked 5 goals 3, 33 to Sydney 1-4-10. They are looking for their second win of the season to try and get off the bottom of the ladder. Let's go to the second quarter. This has been played at Optus Stadium. We've got Fremantle. They've kicked 2 goals 2 to Sydney, 5 goals 1 at half time. Fremantle are just up by 6 points. All right. Let's go to the third quarter of this match. And Fremantle, they've kicked 4 goals 1 to Sydney, 6 goals 3. And at 3-quarter time, Sydney are leading by 8 points. They've just increased their lead after quarter time. Now Fremantle are down by 8 points. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, Sydney have won by 8 points. They kicked 3 goals 4 to Fremantle, 3 goals 2. Fremantle just couldn't get that second win of the season. Fremantle final score 14-8-92 to Sydney, 15-12-102. All right, that puts Sydney second on the ladder with 3-game winning streak of their own. Let's go to the next game. It's Western Bulldogs versus North Melbourne at Marvel Stadium. We've got North Melbourne. They've kicked 4 goals 5 to Western Bulldogs, 3 goals 3. 8 points the difference. North Melbourne's way. Okay, second quarter's done. Western Bulldogs, they've kicked 6 goals 5 to North Melbourne, 3 goals 6. And at half time, Western Bulldogs are leading by 9 points, 62 to 53. Third quarter, Bulldogs, they've kicked 3 goals, 6 to North Melbourne, 1 goal, 4. And that puts Bulldogs in front by 23 points at 3-quarter time. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, Bulldogs have won by 12 points. Western Bulldogs final score 14-20, 104 to North Melbourne, 12-20, 92. All right. They have lost their last 3 games, North Melbourne. They were sitting on the top of the ladder after round 4, but now they're sitting in 6th spot with only 4 wins. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Hawthorn versus West Coast Eagles at Marvel Stadium. We've got West Coast. They've come out. They've kicked 6 goals for 40 to Hawthorn 128. 32 points down at quarter time. Hawthorn. Second quarter. Hawthorn have kicked 5 goals, 5 to West Coast, 1 goal, 1. And that puts Hawthorn just 4 points behind at half time. So they did come out the second quarter and kick 35 points to 7, which is a bit of a turnaround. Let's go to third quarter. Hawthorn, they continue their firepower the last couple of quarters. They've kicked 5 goals, 3. West Coast 3-1. And West Coast are down by 10 points, 66 to 76. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, Hawthorn have continued their dominance in this game. After quarter time, they kicked 6 goals, 2 to West Coast, 2 goals, 5. In the end, Hawthorn have won, and they've got their second win of the season. Final scores, Hawthorn 17-12, 114 to West Coast Eagles, 12-11, 83. All right, let's go. The next game is Brisbane Lions versus Geelong Cats at the Gabba. We've got Geelong. They've come out. They've kicked 4 goals, 4-28 to Brisbane, 2 goals, 2-14. Brisbane lost their first game of the season last week. Second quarter, Cats have kicked 6 goals, 5 to Brisbane, 4 goals, 3. And at half time, Brisbane are down by 28 points, 41 to 69. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Brisbane, they've kicked 5 goals, 2 to Geelong, 2 goals, 2. 10 points of difference Geelong's way. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, Geelong have won by 35 points, put Brisbane to the sword and won the game. Brisbane have lost their last 2 games after winning the first 5. Final scores, Brisbane 12-11, 83 to Geelong 17-16, 118. And that puts Geelong just outside the 8 with low percentage compared to St Kilda. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Adelaide Crows versus St Kilda at Adelaide Oval. We've got Adelaide, they've kicked 3 goals, 4-22 to St Kilda, 2-4-16. In that first quarter, Adelaide are 6 points up. Second quarter, Adelaide, they've kicked 3 goals, 2 to St Kilda, 1 goal, 1. And at half time, Crows are up by 19 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Adelaide still in front by 9 points. Adelaide have kicked 3 goals, 2 to St Kilda, 4 goals, 6. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, St Kilda have got over the line. They've kicked 6 goals, 6 to Adelaide Crows, 1 goal, 4. And that puts them in front at the end of the game by 23 points. Adelaide Crows final score 10-12, 72 to St Kilda, 13-17, 95. All right. That puts St Kilda in the 8 in front of Brisbane. With St Kilda have got a 3-game winning streak. All right. Next game, Collingwood versus Richmond at the MCG. We've got Collingwood, they've kicked 3 goals, 5 to Richmond, 1 goal, 6. And they've put Collingwood up by 11 points, 23-12 at quarter time. Second quarter, Collingwood, they've kicked 6 goals, 6 to Richmond, 4 goals, 1. And that puts Collingwood in front by 28 points. Third quarter, Third quarter, Collingwood, they've kicked 4 goals, 2 to Richmond, 3 goals, 1. And that puts Collingwood up by 35 points. Let's go to the last quarter to see how it goes. Collingwood have won by 30 points. They kicked 3 goals, 4 to Richmond, 4 goals, 3. So Richmond won the quarter, but didn't win the game. Collingwood's final score, 16-17, 113 to Richmond, 12-11, 83. All right, let's go to the last game of the round, round 7, Friday, 8th of November, 2024. We've got Carlton. They've kicked 3 goals, 2-20 to Gold Coast Suns, 2 goals, 2-14. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Gold Coast, they've kicked 2 goals, 6 to Carlton, 6 goals, 6. And that puts Carlton in front by 30 points at half time. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, we've got Gold Coast. They've kicked 3 goals, 1 to Carlton, 6 goals, 1. And Carlton are up by 48 points, 99-51. In the last quarter, to see who wins. Carlton have won by 58 points. They kicked 6 goals, 2 to Gold Coast, 4 goals, 4. But after half time, Carlton have kicked 18 goals, 9 to 9 goals, 11. So Carlton, they put on a clinic after quarter time. So Carlton final score 21-11, 137 to Gold Coast, 11-13, 79. All right. Okay. So we've got a new leader on top. We've got Essendon, who have got the biggest winning streak of 5 games. They lost their first 2, but won their last 5, which puts them on top of the ladder with a percentage of 117.21. And Sydney are second on the ladder, which makes Sydney versus Essendon at the SCG in round 8 as the match of the round. So the 2 top sides go at it. And then we've got Port Adelaide, who lost against Essendon, which are third, and Melbourne are fourth. And then remaining 4 teams in the 8 of St Kilda, Brisbane, North Melbourne, and Carlton. So Brisbane and North Melbourne, Brisbane have lost the last 2, and North Melbourne have lost the last 3 since being on top after round 4. So they're sort of having a bit of a slump. And we've got Fremantle on the bottom of the ladder. Just couldn't get their second win of the season. So we've got North Melbourne, the number 1 defense team, and we've got Essendon, the number 1 offense team. So Brisbane were the number 1 offense team, but they've dropped off. They play West Coast at Optus Stadium, so it's going to be a tough game. All right, that concludes round 7. We'll see you next time.